Time now's 8:10. Even with home prices and sales going up, 5 million homeowners are still in default or foreclosure. A new streamlined mortgage modification was recently announced to help fix that. So here with everything you need to know about this is Fox 29's common sense lawyer, Shari Olefson. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
How's it work?
Well, you know what, Roxanne, what's new and really incredible about this Streamline product is that you don't sign any papers, you don't submit anything to the bank, you don't have to be approved, you just get it if you're eligible for this loan. But here's the thing, to be eligible, you have to be the right type of property, the right loan situation, and also the right borrower. But they've also streamlined those requirements. So the properties, for example, you know, some of these modifications, it has to be your primary residence. For this one, no, it can be a primary, a second, an income property. Heck, your property can even be vacant or condemned, and you can be eligible for this program.
Really?
Now, the loan has to be at least 90 days in default, and it has to be a Fannie or Freddie loan. So that's the special requirement. But, you know, a lot of these modifications, you have to have a Fannie or Freddie loan anyway. And again, as far as the borrower goes, it has to be a high loan to value. So you can't have a lot of equity in the property. But if you meet those eligibility requirements, you get the loan.
You know, if I sound a touch cynical, I mean, is it working? Because we've heard about these plans in the last couple of years. You're here every week to help people, and then you hear from people that, well, but I couldn't get anywhere.
Well, we were talking before we went on air, and the point is you need to keep yourself out of this system in the first place. So anyone who's still getting advice to go into default doesn't want to go into default. So when we've got a product like this that says you have to be 90 days in default, we're not encouraging people to go in default. This particular product, though, is actually sort of a product of last resort. So it's people who are already in default and they just want to avoid that foreclosure. But here's the thing, it's not a long-term solution. So unlike, for example, the HAMP modification and other programs where the goal is to make your loan payment affordable for you, maybe not more than a third of your income in the long term, this streamline modification has nothing to do with affordability or your income. That's why you don't have to get approval as long as you're eligible. There's no incentive payment for paying on time. It's a short-term solution. The only criteria is that the bank be able to make your payment less than it is now, but that can even be a few dollars less. So folks who get this, it's just to avoid foreclosure, and they're still going to need a long-term solution like finding another modification that is affordable that they will have to qualify for, or doing a short sale. This is literally just to avoid a foreclosure.
Like a stopgap measure,
Exactly.
Okay, if someone says, okay, but I still think I qualify for all this, Shari, so where do they go?
Well, and that's the good news. You don't have to do a single thing. If you are eligible starting now, in July actually it began, but the systems aren't in place yet. They'll be in place in the next few weeks. Starting now, if you're eligible, you will get a letter from your bank with your new payment amount. All you have to do is start making those payments. As long as you continue making those payments, you've got the loan. There's nothing else that you can really do anyway. If you think you should get a letter and you haven't gotten one, of course you can call your servicer. And as always, Roxanne, people can email me at asktheexpert@shariolefson.com.
All right, keep her email around because she's got the answers. Thank you so much.
Sure, have
Thanks.
a great week.
Good to see you as always. Let's get a check of your weather.